Can I ask you something else?
Of course.
I've got a few more questions about that plague mask.
What do you want to know?
Can you tell me where to find the things I'll need?
You can get the rope and leather almost anywhere. I'd say you'll find some lying around the construction site. And you can gather herbs from Yocham's garden.
And the recipe for the fragrant oil?
The monastery library has extensive collections. I'd be surprised if you didn't find something in there.
How will the mask help me?
Well, if you wear it properly, you shouldn't get infected. Or not so easily, at least. The herbs and oil purify the air around you, and the mask stops you breathing in the foul air.
And once I've got all the materials, is there a recommended method?
Once you've got everything you need, there's a bench in the alchemical workshop where you can get to work. I'm not the handiest with this sort of thing, but if I can sew the mask, hanging herbs on it should be a cinch.
That's all. Thanks. Have to watch out for those patrolling knights.
You can't be here. What's it going to be? I'm losing my patience. I've lost my patience. Surrender, and I'll take you to the abbot.
I've had enough. You're under arrest.
Enough! I surrender!
The abbot will decide what to do with you, and I don't want to hear any excuses. No more funny business, got it?
I'll cooperate. Take me to him.
Henry, I won't tolerate such behavior. I thought the infection was the only disaster I'd have to deal with. Thankfully, nothing serious happened. But think about what you did. Immerse yourself in prayer and search your conscience. The knights will escort you back to the infirmary. Stay there.
I've got a few more...
What do you want?
Can you tell...
And you...
And
The monastery...
How will the...
Well, the herd...
And...
Once you've got... I'm not...
That's all. Is there anything I can help you with around here?
Leave the treatment to us. But Dinesh did mention he's been having trouble with Celarius.
What's it about?
About food supplies. Even before the monastery was closed, old Julian was a miser. But now we have to haggle over every morsel.
You really think I can do something about it?
Couldn't hurt to try. Go and speak to Dinesh. He'll explain what's what.
Have to watch out for those patrolling knights.
You can't be here! Bloody rain.
Hey, what are you wandering around here for?
Hey, What are you wandering around here for? Pissing down again.
Forgive the intrusion, Brother Librarian.
An apology will not spare us this dreadful illness, but obeying the abbot's orders might. Haven't you heard them? I moved in here so I could continue my work and keep the mandated solitude. So leave me in its safe embrace and go away.
I understand, but I've come on an urgent matter.
And I'm urgently asking you to leave me be. I don't want to catch the illness and stand before the Lord. Not yet.
Well, you needn't worry. I've used aromatic herbs to cleanse the bad air. That should protect us from the illness.
Truly? Will that be enough?
Not entirely, but it helps greatly. And it's the best that can be done here. I use mint and sage. I suggest you get hold of some too, to keep the air clean around you.
Thank you for the advice. I'll have some brought in.
May I ask you a favor then?
But please, keep it brief.
Brother Librarian, I need your help.
What is it?
This might sound odd, but do you have that book where I could find a recipe for aromatic oil?
My answer may sound even odder. I do. It's on the stand over there. One of my brothers was searching for a recipe, an oil for hardened heels, from working out in our garden. Perhaps it will be of use to you as well.
What was I thinking about?
I'm sick of this place.
Same here. That crypt gives me the creeps. We should just board it up and leave it.
Didn't you hear the foreman? We gotta hold out.
I don't like it one bit.
Yeah, guys, you'll feel it down there. That's true. I feel like doing it.
I see it. Now I know. Come on.
That's one hell of a bloody pit.
Greetings. What do you need?
I'd like to ask you something.
Look, I don't want to meddle in anything. Go and ask Loiser over there. He knows everything.
Take care. You no business here, you thief!
He certainly stole something. So, here you are. Now I've got you. Give up!
Burglar in my house. You have to catch him.
Have it your way then! I'll beat you into submission! Like that, huh? Bad
Artillery's too good for you. I'll chop you up on the spot. Now you're finished.
Stand!
I'm sick of this place.
Same here. That crypt gives me the creeps. You should just board it up and leave it.
Didn't you hear the foreman? We've got to hold that. Greetings. What do you...
I'd like to ask...
Look, I don't...
Take care for now.
Won't even try sleeping in. Now.
Hey?
They do something, and they didn't do anything. It's because of the sickness.
Sickness?
I need to ask you something.
Look, you probably shouldn't be here, right? You heard the talk. They say there's some pestilence going round.
Yeah, that's exactly why I'm here. I'm not exactly feeling... Oh, my best. Tell me what I need to know. Oh. And I'll be off.
Christ almighty! What do you want to know? I'll tell you anything, just don't come any closer.
Have you noticed anything odd lately? Suspicious?
What? During work? We're at it from dusk till dawn. No time to be watching what's going on.
Sure, but while you're working, you must hear a thing or two. You know how folk chatter while they work.
Well, I suppose there are two groups.
I'm sick of this place.
Same here. That crypt gives me the creeps. You should just board it up.
I'd like to have...
Look, I don't...
Farewell, my friend. Corva, you thief! You've no business here!
I'd like to ask you something.
Look, I don't want to meddle in anything. Go and ask Loiser over there. He knows everything.
Farewell, my friend.
What do you think you're doing?
I need to ask you something.
Look, you probably shouldn't be here, right?
Yeah, that's exactly what... I'm not exactly feeling... Tell me what I need to know.
Christ almighty! What do you want to know? I'll tell you anything, just don't come any closer.
Have you noticed any...
What? During work? We're at it from dusk.
Sure, but while you're working, you must hear...
Well, I suppose there are two groups of workers here. Us lot working above ground, and another lot working down in the crypt. We don't talk to each other much.
Why not?
They're a right bunch of bastards. Maybe because they've been at it longer than us. They hardly ever come up before we knock off. Some of them probably even sleep down there. Ugh.
Why are there two crews?
We take care of everything above ground. They're dealing with that collapse into the crypt.
Where can I find the other crew?
Their tents are right next to the monastery wall.
Who's in charge of your lot?
Andra, our foreman. But the work's clearly laid out. He doesn't have time to be breathing down our necks all the time.
I haven't seen him around. Where can I find him?
No idea. Truth be told, I haven't seen him myself in a while.
And that doesn't strike you as odd?
You think, what, he's sick too?
Well, he's definitely not in the infirmary. Hopefully he's all right. Thanks. That'll be all.
Where did all the monks go?
Very funny.
No, really. Where are they?
He's over there just stealing.
Why is it open? I always close the door.
Hey guard, catch Bob.
You'd best move along.
Excuse me. God be with you.
God be with you. Don't you know there's equality? Damn weather.
You'd best move along. What are you trying to pull, you scoundrel? Huh. Huh. Strange. I must be mad.
I've got everything I need to make the plague mask. Now, just to actually make it.
What are you doing here?
I heard you've been having some trouble getting supplies for the infirmary.
That's right. Old Julian seems to think the sick can live on decoctions and ointments. We get nothing but scraps.
Jesus Christ, the vein!
Oh, if they want to let them starve, I don't know why they need two famed physicians for it.
My thoughts exactly. I've told him 100 times, but he just keeps saying he's praying for them. As if that would help.
Well, maybe I could try speaking to the Solarius myself and see if I can, persuade him.
I won't stop you, but I've tried everything I could think of. What's your plan?
Try to persuade him. He's bound to respond to something.
That old man only hears what he wants. But good luck.
When there are no more beds, there'll be benches. And when there are no more benches, there's the floor.
We can't have them lying directly on the stone.
God be with you. What do you need?
Will you tell me more about...
I can try.
How did you get...
Well, I walked.
Aye.
Very well. That is, I had... You see, I'm not a fighter, so...
So you had no choice?
Something like that. Perhaps the Lord will provide.
What did you do before you joined it?
When my parents were still alive, I cared for them.
And why did you have to...
My sisters got married, my brothers left to search for work, and we never saw them again. My parents had nobody else left.
It was kind of you to take on that responsibility.
I didn't think of it as a responsibility. It just seemed like the...
So you were with your parents...
Until they died.
Caring for the sick?
Yes.
Why do you work at...
It's my divine court.
What do you mean?
The Lord chose me to become a healer, but he allowed me...
What, Your divine calling is washing the sick, feeding them, emptying their bedpans.
Not just that. I mix potions, change the bedding, keep inventory of what's been used each day and what's needed for the next. And when I have some free time, I search the scriptorium for books on alchemy. There's a bunch of old tomes there full of long-forgotten recipes. I'm boring you, aren't I? Forgive me.
How did you discover...
I came to realize diseases don't...
But isn't that natural?
Imagine you have a stoneworker with a crushed foot come in. Bones poking out, and is it better to comfort him, or to decide in time that he'll probably lose the foot anyway, tourniquet the wound, and go and get a saw?
You're scaring me a bit, to tell the truth.
You're not the first person to say that, but don't think I particularly enjoy cutting off limbs or bleeding people. I'm just good at it.
How's life in the abbey?
You're expecting me to complain, aren't you? I'm perfectly happy with a routine life. You eat from the same bowls at the same table every morning.
If I ever need my wounds treated...
Of course. It's my job after all. Is that so? You don't seem to be suffering too much. Forgive me, I have much to do.
God be with you. God be with you.
Excuse me.
I hope this works. Maddie, it's you. I wanted to help you, but it looks like I only made it worse.
You're not supposed to be here.
What are you wandering around here for?
You're not...
I hear you and Dinesh are having a bit of a dispute over food supplies for the infirmary.
A dispute? Is that what he told you?
Well, not in those words exactly.
I really would like to help, but you must understand that I can't. No one knows how long the monastery will stay closed. The whole convent has to live off the supplies, and if we are to endure, we all have to tighten our belts.
And what about the abbot? Will he tighten his belt too, or is he exempt?
Don't insult his grace in my presence. Father Jan fasts regularly and sets an example for us all.
Since you brought up the supplies, how much is actually left? Are we talking days, weeks, months?
Months. Not even in my most hopeful dreams. With small portions, fasting, and assuming we don't get a hailstorm that destroys what's yet to be harvested, we'll last 2 weeks. 3 if we're lucky.
Then Albie could better get a move on. Look, I know it's difficult for you, but we can't just let the poor infirm suffer in hunger. If you help me, I'll be glad to repay the favor. Is there anything I could do for you?
Well, to tell you the truth, magpies have built a nest in the tree in the monastery garden. They perch on rooftops, screech like mad, and I can't get any sleep. And they're so brazen. One of them stole my spectacles yesterday. I can't read without them.
I'll see what I can do.
All right. But make it quick.
How else can you save on food?
Other than shrinking portions and thinning out the gruel and broth with water, I can't think of much. When the Black Death ravaged the land, Solarius Vendelin ran the kitchen. They say that even though he had limited supplies, he...
What, perform miracles?
Don't blaspheme! But it's true that he kept most of the Brethren alive, even with famine looming.
Where could I learn more about this Vendelin?
There might be a small manuscript in the library. He wrote it himself once, long ago.
I've got your spectacles.
Show me. Are they all right?
Don't worry, they're fine.
Praise the Lord. Without them, I'd be like a mole.
You're welcome.
Yes, yes. And what are you standing around for? You're going to want something in return for that little favor, aren't you?
You said you consider giving the infirmary a larger food share.
Did I say that?
Aye. In return for bringing back your spectacles from the magpie nest I had to knock down.
So, are my spectacles the only thing you found in the nest?
There was more in there. Why?
I realized I'm missing some other things too. Those thieving pests are smarter than I thought. Go on then, hand over the rest.
All right then. So... Here. Now what about the food?
All right, here's your share.
You'd best move along.
Kitty! Kitty! crayfish, the poor man's salmon. By Salarius Vendelin. Ah, this must be what Julian was talking about. It might come in handy. Seems Vendelin at least had a sense of humour. Sometimes I regret learning to read. The greatest miracle of medicine is that women have even survived this long.
What are you sneaking around here for, you crook?
I could use a shit.
Don't you know there's a...
I got more food for the infirmary.
Should I ask how you managed it?
You wouldn't believe me anyway.
You won't surprise me that easily, but suit yourself. Let's see then. Oh, well, it's not much, but it should last a little while.
business here, you thief.
Clear off! You can't just stroll in here.
Now that looks a bit dodgy.
I must be mad. Never mind.
Let's hope the mast does the trick. They were robbing the graves. A drawing of some kind of cross. Oh, Jesus Christ. Ugh, rotting corpses. Eh? What's this?
Fucking hell. Why is he poking his nose He fell for it. Hey! What the?
You're the one who locked me in there?
How did you get out?
Why the fuck did you do that? Wait, you're the foreman, aren't you?
Shut up! You found Bavo, didn't you? Hand it over.
Calm down and drop the weapon, or I'll report you to the abbot.
And how would you do that? You're not getting out of here alive.
What the hell are you on about? What do you want from me?
You know what I'm on about, Kavar. And I know he's here somewhere. Boslav Bavo. I'll rip it out of your cold, dead hands when I'm done with you. It'll look like an accident. You weren't supposed to be here. We tried to stop you. But it's high, and you broke your neck.
I don't even know what you're talking about. Who's this Bavor, anyway?
That doesn't matter anymore. Or anything else. Die!
You're gonna die!
Ah! I think the mask does the trick. A drawing of some kind of cross. Oh, Jesus Christ. Ugh, rotting corpses. Eh? What's this? This crypt carries on.
I must be mad.
Strange.
Christ, Albig! What happened? Are you alright?
I am, yes. But it looks like we've been robbed.
Why? And who did it, for Christ's sake?
Gentlemen, please, keep it down. You're disturbing the patients. For God's sake, what happened here? What a mess.
What do you think? Someone was clearly looking for something.
But there's nothing of value here.
Well, actually...
Albig! You brought them here? What were you thinking?
And was I supposed to leave them unsupervised?
And? Were they stolen?
Thank the Lord, no. I still had them on me.
Can someone tell me what exactly was nearly stolen?
As you know, Henry, I spent a good part of my life at King Wenceslas's court, tending to his health. Thanks to that, I learned much about his private life, what ailed him, how and when he got injured, and what treatments I used. I recorded all my findings and methods, partly in case anyone cast doubts on them, and partly for others to copy, if necessary. If these detailed records were to fall into the wrong hands, I dare not imagine the consequences.
Plenty of folk would pay handsomely for them.
Or try to steal them for that very reason. Who could have got in and made such a mess?
I was busy tending the sick. I noticed nothing.
Nor did I, I'm afraid. There's work here for 3 more physicians.
That actually made it quite easy for the culprit.
But we still don't know who to suspect.
Surely you realize the abbot himself might be interested in those records.
Father Jan? Nonsense. We've known each other for years.
Not quite well enough. When he heard you were coming, he was pressing me to persuade you to let him read them.
But that's out of the question. Absolutely not.
That's exactly what I told him. The look on his face. If looks could kill, I'd be dead.
How did he even hear about them?
Their existence is no secret. Even King Sigismund mentioned them to me once or twice. And if he ever said anything in front of the abbot...
And the thief waited until the monastery was closed?
So, Albig isn't leaving. Even if he wanted to.
Let's not jump to conclusions. And don't start pointing fingers. Henry, go and ask Brother Benedict and Dinesh in the infirmary if they noticed anything. Maybe we'll get lucky.
All right, then. I'll return to my patients and pretend nothing's amiss. No need to alarm them over this.
Right. Agreed. Can I ask you something?
Of course.
Thanks.
No problem.
God be with you.
Did you notice anything suspicious this past hour?
One of the sick men has been throwing up constantly, and I suspect another one's faking it to skip work.
No. I need to know if anyone's been nosing around our room.
I spent most of my time with the vomiting one, or out in the yard scrubbing his bedding. I didn't see anyone.
Someone went through our room, or rather tossed it all about. Likely looking for something.
And what about the alchemy lab? Was that turned over too?
No. I think that one's untouched.
Oh, thank God. I'll go check it anyway, just to be sure. Was anything stolen?
That's the thing. Nothing was taken, so we don't even know what they were after.
I should have been more watchful, right? I'm sorry. I promise I'll keep a better eye on things from now on.
Don't beat yourself up. It's not your fault.
God be with you.
You'd best move along.
Did you see anyone go in or out of our room?
I'm not sure. I think I saw a monk go in. I couldn't say who.
A monk? You mean Benedict?
No, it wasn't him. But hard to say. Damn it, why do they all look the same in here?
It's not exactly helpful, I know. Any idea when that was?
Roughly an hour ago, maybe 2. Has something happened?
Damn it. Never mind. Better if you ask Zacharias.
God be with you.
I spoke with Benedict and Dennis. Neither noticed a thing.
I thought as much. We've all had our hands full here. So, we still know nothing.
I might have something, but I'm not sure yet how it ties to those records.
What do you mean?
I went down to the crypt, and I found open tombs and rotting corpses.
Good God!
No sign of a mass grave, though. Just individual tombs.
That's both good and bad news. At least we can now rule out the plague. But if the workers caught something from the air around those tombs, then anyone else could catch it too. Why did they even open them?
They were probably looking for something inside. I found this sketch.
That looks like the emblem of the Kingdom of Jerusalem. But why would they look for it among deceased abbots? Even putting aside that it's sacrilege, I don't see the connection.
Nor do I. But there must be one, because they locked me in the crypt over it.
What?
I managed to get out and ran straight back to you. But I was interrupted by this ransacked room.
Maybe we'd better keep all this to ourselves. For now, at least. You might ask Crispin about the coat of arms too. With luck, he'll find something in the archives that sheds some light on how it all connects to those open tombs. But best do it tomorrow. This evening's been more than enough. One adventure a day is plenty.
Agreed. Let's clear up the room, then sleep.
We'll be wiser come morning.
its arse. You stop that, for Christ! Oh, thank God. For fuck's sake.
Good morning, everyone. I trust you've had a decent sleep. The sick are waiting, and being tired doesn't excuse us from our duties.
All right, give me a moment. Then we'll go and check on the patients. And where's Benedict, anyway?
If I may, gentlemen. Haven't you heard? There was a fire here last night.
A fire? Here at the monastery?
The small shed by the mill house burned down, but it was probably just an unfortunate accident. Thank the Lord it's all over now.
And no one was hurt?
Well, that's the thing. No one burned, but there were 2 men in the shed. Or rather, 2 bodies.
Bodies? Whose were they, for God's sake?
That... I don't know, sir.
And how do you know they didn't die in the flames? Just because they weren't burnt to cinders doesn't prove anything.
I didn't see them, but they said there were no burns, and it didn't look like they'd suffocated either.
So, how did they end up there? What killed them? Didn't anyone tell you about them?
They were sent to be washed, but the washers noticed, signs.
Who found them? And how did he get them out?
Elijah, one of the lay brothers. He ran into the flames thinking he could save them, but they were already dead.
And what was he doing outside in the middle of the night? You don't suppose he had something to do with it?
He's never been any trouble. There's no reason to suspect him.
How do you know about these signs? Did someone examine them?
No, they were only to be washed, but when the signs of illness were spotted, the abbot ordered them locked away in the hops store. Ludolf promised he'd send one of his men to guard the door. No one is to go near them.
That was highly irresponsible. Someone needs to examine them thoroughly. We can't afford uncertainty.
You want to bring them to the infirmary with the others? No. No, let them stay locked away somewhere separate.
Are you afraid the other sick might get even worse? At least we could have them all in one place.
Was anyone else there besides Elijah?
No, or at least no one I know of. I'll leave you to it now. If you need me, I'll be with the sick.
I'm going too. Disease? Fire? What next? A swarm of locusts?
First they ransacked my room, now this. I don't like it one bit.
Do you think the fire's got anything to do with what they were after in your chambers?
Who knows? I feel like someone wants us gone, and they're trying to frighten us into leaving.
And are you considering it? Leaving, despite the abbot's order?
I thought about it for a while, but those infected need us. I can't leave them at the mercy of the disease.
All the more reason to get to the bottom of this.
But I can hardly go poking around myself to find out what really happened.
Don't worry. That's what I'm here for.
Well, maybe Zacharias was right after all. You never know when an aid like that might come in handy. So, what's your plan?
Quite a few things, actually. I'll take a look around the burned-down shed. There might still be some clues.
Good idea. It might have just been an accident, but it won't hurt to make sure.
I should probably speak with the lay brother who pulled the bodies out of the flames.
Elijah, right? But be gentle. No one should have to go through what he did last night.
What about the corpses? You said you wanted to examine them.
And that's what I'll do. We can't afford doubts when there's a deadly illness spreading.
But Benedict said the abbot forbade it, and that one of the knights is watching over them.
If he's got any sense at all, he'll understand this is serious. A proper diagnosis is key to the next step.
Someone searched our room just a while ago. And who knows what they'd do if they caught you wandering around alone. I won't have that on my conscience. Better you stay here, and I'll sort it somehow.
So what you're saying is, use an unorthodox approach.
Well, I'm no physician like you, but I've learned a lot about the illness. I could say I'm your apprentice.
That won't be enough.
Then I'll explain to him the same way you did to me. We need to examine them and find out what was wrong with them, or we'll never get anywhere with treatment.
That's probably best. But you must examine them thoroughly. And don't be repulsed.
So, what exactly should I be looking for?
Anything unusual. You know well the symptoms the sick here have, but a keen eye may spot other signs too. If you're not sure, just try to remember what you saw. If you describe it to me later, I should be able to identify it.
I can't think of anything else.
Nor can I. Well then, best of luck.